Wonderful. I trust you. You have gone through lesson 1 and lesson 2. If you have gone through, I trust you that you have purchased the journal as well. Now let us come back to our third lesson of this course, which is nothing but act fearlessly. So, if you have understood how to act in your life and how to act in your day, now the third step that you need to take care is take more risks and do the things that you fear. You need to act fearlessly. On the deathbed, imagine on someone's deathbed, they will not feel bad about the risks that they didn't take. They will feel about the fear about taking that risk. They regret about the fear of taking the risk. Rather than how would you feel you had lived a wonderful life? Fill your heart with the greatest moment of satisfaction that you have taken the risk. That will happen when only if you have multiple difficult experiences. How the difficult experiences comes when you give your best in the trying again and again. Life is nothing more than a game of numbers. The more risks that you take, the more rewards that you will receive. Remember this powerful mantra? The more risks I take on this day, the more rewards I will receive. This is a powerful mantra. The more risks I take on this day will give me more rewards. So, this is a game of number. Life is a game of numbers. How many risks that you have taken. Even you can write down in the journal what are the risks that you have taken on this day and live a life. We all travel different roads to our ultimate destination. Suppose you want to go from India to America. There are multiple ways. You can go by flight, you can go by ship, you can go by any another medium. There are multiple paths. Like you can go by railways, bus travel. Let there might be another options as well. From some of us, the path is rockier than the others. Paths might take long time and few paths might take short time. But no one reaches the end without facing some form of adversity. Even if you go by flight, there will be a risk. Even if you go by train, there will be a risk. Risk is must and sure, but the risk factor is less or high. So rather than worrying about the risk, dare about the taking risk. So why not accept it as the way of life? Why not accept the risk as way of life? There are no real failures in life, only there are results. Remember another powerful mantra? There are no real failures in life, only real results. So, write thank you notes in your journal as well. If you have 1 minute, thank you one person or one incident of the day at the end of your day to whom you want to say the gratitude or thanks, so that that feeling makes you boosted towards your next day. And don't stop writing that you have made a habit of writing in the previous lesson that you have learned. That one lesson, acting daily, writing every day, makes you add 1 point. If you miss the writing, then you are missing 1 point of your lifetime. Never think that if you delay or if you postpone, you are losing 1 point of your lifetime. So why do you want to lose your points of lifetime before going to deathbed? Always carry a small book with you or a sticky notes with you, which will help you to analyze your situations here and then. How high will you rise in your life will be determined not by how hard work you put, but it will be determined by how well you think. Remember that hard workers there are plenty. Now in real world, in the reality, there might be crazy thinkers or crazy lazy workers also, but hard workers there are many. If you think of a college incidents, there are lakhs of students and crores of students are passing out every year, but the jobs are very limited. How they are sustaining and how the people recruitment is going on, this will be all depends on how you think for a same problem. If a challenge comes to your life, how you are going to handle, that makes you to get selected. In the same way, in the life also, you will get selected by the way of you thinking, not by the way of your hard work. The person you will be in the next 5 years now will come down to two primary influences: the people you associate with and the books you read it. Let me repeat the two primary influences. One is the people you associated with, you surrounding people, the people who you roam around every day. These are the primary influencer of the first influence, and the second influence is the books you read or the content you consume, whether it may be books, whether it may be audio, whether it may be video in the social media, whatever it is. The primary secondary influence is the content that you watch. The first influence is the persons you connect with. So keep mind on these two things. If you want to shift to your life to the next level, work on the people that you connect with, so that your life will be next level upgraded. In the same way, if you want to downgrade your life, if you associate with the people like that level, you will fall down for sure. And the other way is the content you consume. It is also affect your thinking. If you consume lot of entertainment, lot of fun, all these things in your life, your lifetime will be pass away with the fun. According to the US News and World Report, over the course of your entire lifetime, you will spend 8 months. How many months? 8 months opening junk email, 2 years unsuccessfully returning phone calls, and 5 years standing in line. So this is the overall of your course lifetime. Means if you consider your lifetime as 100 years in this modern era, and in this 100 years you will spend 5 years standing in line, 2 years unsuccessfully returning the phone call. Means wantedly or unwantedly you are talking the phone calls for a long time. This by this way you spend 2 years of 100 years, and you spend 8 months to open the junk emails every day. Imagine how much you are spending time on other things as well. That is the reason I requesting you again and again to work on the lesson number 2 that you have worked on. Act daily. Write down your journal of 3 things that you have analyzed and evaluated in your daily life. And the third step that you need to take today is act fearlessly. Write down the top 3 risks or top risk that you have taken on this day in your journal. So what is one biggest risk that you have put in your current day, which will determine you whether you have lived your day successfully or utilized your day or not. So if you didn't take any risk on the day, just stay connected in the next day. Means you need to take the risk of the some particular activity in the next day with without any fear. You need to act like fearlessly, and to take risks Don't worry about the outcomes. There is no failure in the life, only the results. The results determine you whether you are a successful person and the failure person. If you remember the quotation of the previous lesson, successful people do the things where failure people or the losers will don't like to do again and again. So if you want to become a successful person, I recommend you to do it again and again. Remember, one point every day makes your lifetime achieve 60 into 365 points in your life. I take 60 years as a modern time, that if you take 60 years as a limit, 60 years into 365, that many points you can gain in your life and that many points you can impact into another life. See you in another final lesson where I'll give one more valuable lesson which will help you to utilize your life so that you will understand who will cry when you die. Until then, stay connected, keep progressing, and share your lessons and action items in the comments below.